This is arguably the biggest news to come out of day 2 of the NFL Combine for the San Francisco 49ers. If you didn't know, today at the podium, we talked to cornerback prospects and tight end prospects. And arguably one of the biggest prospects here so far is Alabama cornerback Kool-Aid McKinstry. So much so that he met with media probably an hour and a half after everyone else did their sessions, everyone else left. So it's just him in the auditorium, media all around him. So he was holding court, and I asked him, have you had a formal meeting with the San Francisco 49ers? And he said yes. And so this is pretty big news, in my opinion, for the simple fact of it's crystal clear that the San Francisco 49ers are looking for a cornerback. I talked to maybe upwards of 10 cornerbacks today. I've got 4 official with formal meetings, and then I had about 3 to 4 with informal meetings and meetings potentially at the Shrine Bowl or the Senior Bowl, and I'll update that list on a different video of all the guys that I have who've had formal meetings. So the point being is the San Francisco 49ers clearly feel like they are in the business of getting a cornerback either in this draft, in free agency, or in some form or fashion. And we understand it's a big need because we saw the 49ers have to do a bunch of different things with trying out Isaiah Oliver, trying out Ambry Thomas. Didn't really work all that well. I would say I feel very confident in Diamador Lenore and Charvarius Ward. Those guys are great. If you can add one more cornerback to that group, that would be huge for the 49ers defense. So a guy regarded as one of the top cornerback prospects in this class, he's right there at the top. So will he be available at 31? I've seen him mocked there, but if he tests well, he might be a guy that the 49ers have to trade up for. But pretty cool to see. I mean, he had 24 tackles last year, 0 interceptions, and 7 passes deflected. As a junior at Alabama, he stands 6'1", 195 pounds. And, he was the number 1 cornerback recruit out of his high school class in 2021. He's had almost every accolade you could think of. And again, he's got one of the sickest names in the entire draft. Kool-Aid McKinstry, come on now. So again, this is interesting development, right? Because again, we're trying to follow the trends of who the 49ers are talking to, who they're meeting with formally, informally. The most important things are the formals and the fact that Kool-Aid's had them, and we've also talked to, like I said, a couple other big-time prospects at cornerback who the 49ers are looking at. I think that's a pretty clear indication that the 49ers looking at cornerback. So let me know what you guys think about this. Are you excited about this? Would you like to see Kool-Aid with the San Francisco 49ers? I'm going to show you the interview so you can kind of take a look at the questions that were being asked, how he handled himself, and those different types of things. And you can be a judge of his character and who he is in this 7-8 minute clip. So take a look at Kool-Aid. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about this. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.
It was more of a laid-back meeting. They just wanted to get to know me and know who I was as a person. And also watched a few plays, good and bad, and just wanted me to explain the football version and what I was thinking in each play. Really love him. Love him as a coach. I can tell that he's dedicated into it. I feel like they were just in the whole meeting. It just really was a lot of questions about me and my background.
Have you had a chance to meet with the Lions yet, formally?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Kool-Aid, the Ravens have taken plenty of corners from Alabama. The Ravens have. What would your thoughts be if that was, they were to do that again with you?
Well, whichever team draft me, I'll be blessed. And if the Ravens was to draft me, I'll just be ready to help the organization in the best way I could. And that's any other organization.
Do you talk to any of the Alabama corners the Ravens have drafted, like Marlon Humphrey or Jalen Armour-Davis?
No, I talked to Jalen Armour-Davis a little bit. I haven't really talked to him deep about what's the difference between Alabama and the Ravens. But just when me and him talk, it's more just checking on each other and moving on from it.
Kool-Aid, talk a little bit about your relationship with Terrion Arnold, kind of going through this process together, both being on the field as well as kind of going through workouts, kind of battling for that job and that title of like CB1 coming out in the draft?
That's my brother, so I wouldn't say that we in competition at all. That's my brother. I love him to death, and he's a special player. He have great ball skills. He play well. He understand the games. He know how to make plays. And like I said, me and him was no competition. We're not battling. I would say for no position.
What kind of separates you as like players though, like carrying on in his game versus you in your game? Because obviously there's little discrepancies. What would you say kind of like separates you two as players?
I would say Terry Young more of like an athlete and more like a freak of nature. I'm more of a guy who got great IQ and just a real football player, understands the game.
Who would you say is the toughest guy that you've ever covered in your time at Bama?
I would say it had to be George Pickens, A.D. Mitchell, and Jermaine Burton.
What kind of sticks out with Pickens in his game that made him so difficult to cover?
Pickens just don't let no ball hit the ground. No matter how good you got him covered, he always gonna find a way to come up with a grab.
What do you think about the new college football game, and what do you think your rating is?
If I was on the college football game, I think my rating would definitely be between a 96 and a 98.
Who do you think should be on the cover?
I definitely think between Caleb Downs and Jalen Milroe.
Have you met with the Cowboys?
No, sir.
How about the Steelers?
Yes, I met with Steelers.
Was that a formal meeting with Coach Tomlin? How'd that go with that stuff?
Good. It's just like the same type of thing. We didn't watch no football in there. It was kind of like a background type of deal. Wanted to know where I'm from, about my family, my upbringing, high school, and college, and why did I choose what college I went to.
Do you have any background then with like Mika?
Yes, I have met with Texas. It went very good. Just the same type of meeting. Everyone just really just wanted to know my background and know my upbringing. Like I was saying, high school, why I chose what college I went to. Then in that meeting, we also went over a little football.
Kool-Aid is it?
I would say just because like it's real genuine love between me and Terry, and it's like that's a good thing that he said. The media always try to make us tear each other down or tear each other apart. But I feel like if Terry Young was to go first, I'll be able to ask him for anything. If I was to go last, or vice versa, however it went, we'd still be brothers, and it would be nothing that I can ask him for. We'll have the same relationship that we had leading up to this situation that we're in.
How is he as a roommate?
T-Rob and what he meant when he came to Alabama and your relationship with him and
T-Rob is awesome, man. He actually one of my favorite coaches I've ever been a part of that I've played for. I would say just the bond with him was more just love, more like an uncle. I would say I could talk to him about anything, whether it was football or off the field reasons. He always tell me the truth still to this day, what he thinks about anything. So just talking with him and just knowing that I can talk to him about anything is just very special to me.
technical aspect for you and Terran. I mean, as far as him coaching the position, why is he so effective, and what kind of things do you learn from a guy like that?
From who?
From T-Rob, Coach T-Rob.
Just knowing that T-Rob's been around a lot of great players and the things that he has done is just make you want to believe in everything that he's saying, trust everything he's saying. And actually to be able to listen to a person, then go out on the field and do it and it actually work just makes you build more and more trust in the person.
Anything unique about the meeting with the Colts? Anything
I haven't met with him. I have a neutral relationship with Pat Surtain. If I wanted to reach him, I could. But the most I look into his game is I think we kind of play alike. We kind of have the same playing style, whether that's playing press man or playing zone. We came, of course, from the same college and same coach, so was being Coach Saban. So we was taught the same type of thing. So if I ever just wanted to look at something back when I was at college, old film, I always pull up his film and see how he did it, and just to kind of add it to my game.
What feel you handle the bigger risk?
I feel like I can play in the slot because just the training that I had at Bama, you have to know everything. You have to know how to be able to play everywhere. And I feel like I'm physical enough on the edge to set the edge if there was a bubble. I feel like I can play the slot and guard whoever's in the slot, whether that's a fast or a quick guy. I feel like my knowledge and understanding leverage as a nickel is very at a high level.
What's the biggest challenge about playing inside like that?
The biggest challenge I would say is Probably just staying consistent in physicality, just being physical, play in, play out, whether it's run or pass. Just understanding your assignment because in the inside, one play you're like a linebacker, what you got to set the edge and be physical and shoot the gaps. Next play you may have to be covering like you're a corner. So.
Kool-Aid, you mentioned Caleb Downs. What did he do to impress you last year at Alabama, and what should Ohio State expect from him?
Caleb Downs is like when he was a freshman, he was like he already had been there 3 years. He understood how to do everything. He understood his body. He understood how to play. He understood coaching. Ohio State, I feel, is getting a great player, man. And very excited for Caleb.
What is this moment like for you? I mean, just being at the NFL Combine, seeing all these teams, all the scouts, knowing that you're going to get drafted. What is it like? What are the emotions?
The emotions is just very high. I'm very happy, but I just understand that this is not the end. But I'm very blessed to be here.
What have teams sort of told you about your game that they like, that they think can translate to the next level?
Just me being able to play man and not being afraid to get at anyone's face and to challenge them at the line of scrimmage and being able to run with guys and cut them off and make plays down the field, make plays when they're shorter routes.
Have you?
You played well in man, you played well in off and in press fair this year. Is there like a certain system or certain type of scheme that you kind of feel most comfortable in?
No, I feel like I can fit into any scheme as a cornerback. I feel like if I went to a team that play more off zone, or if I went to a team that play man, they'll be getting the same player that would have the same production.
How do you feel about covering some of the bigger receivers? How do you think you handle that?
I think I handle big receivers well than I handle anything. Just being up, getting up in their face, having a boxing match with them, and fighting with them at the line of scrimmage. I feel like I do that very well.
Have you had a formal meeting with the 49ers by chance?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Kool-Aid, have you met with the Buccaneers yet?